Shalom, call hello Yahweh. Double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers up pursuing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so we're gonna go into this. The video that I'm gonna show is a couple of days old. I guess today is the 4th. It says June 30th, so that's within 5 days, 4 days. And but the actual event happened maybe 2013, 2014, or they'll say it in the video. So it's not ancient and it's not just past. So, but it is new information because they're only just letting it out now. So, and it's basically more of the same, but this needs to be seen. Dealing with the chariots and this, the war in heaven. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay? I'll read on. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. This is describing a war in the sky, in the atmosphere, in Earth's atmosphere. Okay? And it's going to tell you who, it just told you who lost and prevailed not. Who prevailed not? The dragon and his angels. Okay? And they got tossed out, they got shot out of the sky, if you will. International Space Station, which is in low Earth orbit. Okay? These devils can't make it out of low Earth orbit. Okay? They're not in outer space. Okay? And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, all four. You got the great dragon, great red dragon, old serpent from the garden, the devil, the guy in the red suit, Esau, and Satan, our adversary, which deceiveth the whole world. How did he deceive the whole world? Well, Job 9 and 24. Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges. So they put up Caesar Borgia as Yahweh Shai. That's one of the ways which he deceived the whole world. How else did he deceive the whole world? Well, he taught you that the so-called UFOs don't exist. And if they do exist, there's little green men in them. So go watch my video, which explains all of that. Area 51, Roswell, Nazi, Angel of Death. It goes into it, how they've been perpetuating and building this myth, right, trying to hide the true nature of the chariots because they know that they have to go to war with them, okay? All right, so, Salakia, jumping the gun here. So, let's look at this a little closer. And there was war in heaven, okay? Let's look at that. NIV says, then war broke out in heaven. NLT, then there was war in heaven. Now war arose in heaven. Okay? Well, let's skip down here to get a little understanding. New Heart English Bible. There was war in the sky. Or you got heaven on earth. You have heaven, the heavens, which is in the sky in this instance. Okay? When it says, in the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth, right? One of those heavens is the sky, all right? The earth and the sky, the atmosphere of the earth. Under the firmament. You got the waters above and below the firmament. Okay, so New Heart English, there was war in the sky. World English, there was war in the sky. So this heaven is referring to the sky. Okay? And if you need a picture, we'll grab one. Okay? Now, this war has been going on for a minute. Okay? Because when you go back to World War II and you look up the Foo Fighters, right? Here's the war in the sky. Michael and his angels fought Satan and his blue angels, if you will. Okay? To give you some perspective, the blue angels are the Navy. These are submersible. Michael and his angels, these are aircraft and submersible. Okay? And the Navy is dealing with air and water as well. Okay? Now, read it again. There was war in the sky. Well, where are they at? They're in the sky. Okay? And then we're going to qualify it. All right? Let's get one more before we qualify it. Okay? Because they're hiding this. This thing has been going on. When they reveal, well, we were taking shots at them. What does that mean? Okay? This is Revelation 19 and 19. And I saw the beast. Okay, we know who the beast is. NATO and the EU. Babylon the Great riding on top of. And the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. See it? Well, that's just a picture. See it? Okay, well, if you don't believe that, believe this. All right, so this is News Nation, June 28th, 2022. Report, Navy warships swarmed. What does that mean? By 100 plus chariots of Israel. Okay? UFO expert Jeremy Corbell says at least 100 crafts from out of this world swarmed a fleet of Navy warships. A fleet. Was one of them a carrier and had planes on it? Maybe. Pushing back against naval chief who told Congress it was just drones. See how the devil gets down? Okay? Swarmed. Have you ever heard this before? This constitutes Satan and his angels. Okay? A war in the sky. See, when you say a war in heaven, the spiritual demon Satan had a fight with the Most High and he got kicked out of, no. Okay? You could have warships, you could have Navy ships shooting in the sky at the chariots and still get Revelation 12 and 7. Let's watch this.
We have visual of 4 probable unidentified drones with course unknown and speed unknown. Contacts are operating at a range of 1,000 yards and holding.
Swarm.
Unknowns. The U.S. Navy claims these are drones.
Listen to the terror in this dude's voice.
We have visual of 4 probable unidentified drones with course unknown and speed unknown. Contacts are operating at a range of 1,000 yards and holding. Unknowns. The U.S. Navy claims
these are drones. They said they did an investigation. One reporter, though, says the Navy isn't telling the truth about this video of 100 flying objects close to the USS Omaha off San Diego. As you heard on the July 15th radio calls back in 2019, the sailors...
2019, not too long ago, okay? Now, when they get more into this, they're going to say that they shot at them, and the shooting has been going on. Is that not war? In the air?
Close to the USS Omaha off San Diego. As you heard on the July 15th radio calls back in 2019, the sailors had no idea what they were seeing. Documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell reports the drone stayed at 21,000 feet for hours, and the Navy's anti-drone weapon systems didn't touch them. Jeremy is here, who continues to break so many of these UFO encounters. The Navy says they haven't figured out, though, it's drones.
Right. So that is either a lack of imagination or they just weren't given the briefing, because I have spoken with more of the people directly involved than any other intelligence agency, including the Navy's. And how do I know that? Because my witnesses have told me so. So I kind of have a direct line to the information, and they were wrong. We're not going to debate the term drone. Whatever they were unknown.
All right. So what do your witnesses say that make these so different than anything else that we've encountered?
Right. Well, the main...
Just this. Okay. You see these crosshairs? Is this a ship or is this a plane? The crosshairs of a plane. Whose FLIR system is this? And then what do you have here? This is the war in heaven.
Is where did they launch from? Where did they land? How did they have duration? How did they organize over 100 units surrounding 10 of our Navy warships and just disappear? Not a single one found. But it's more than just witnesses saying things. I provided the footage you're showing on the screen right now. All of those pieces of corroborative visual evidence showing craft that seem to be transmedium, being able to go into the water now.
So the Navy put out a track that says a number of these encounters were from ships that perhaps were Chinese in origin or had Chinese ties, and they were using commercially available drones to harass and chase U.S. Navy vessels. I see you shaking your head there.
Yeah. So that is not only false information, it's verifiably false information from their own documents. To give you an example, that ship you're talking about was called Bass Strait. And that ship was in port during the majority of these drone incursions. So that false narrative has been propagated by subpar journalism all the way up to news. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So I'm writing the record, I'm throwing punches back and making sure people get relevant and real and actual data.
So what would be the Navy's motivation in this? Is it incompetence or is it conspiracy?
Well, first of all, everybody in our Navy are very confident. This is a very difficult situation. We don't know where these came from. We don't know the controllers of these units. And this is just one of many of these types of swarm events globally. So,
one of many of these type of swarm events. Not just a tic-tac. Swarm. Many. Is this the first one that you've heard of? Or have you heard of swarm events before? They're hiding and lying about something, are they not?
It's not a matter of incompetence. Everybody's on the same team here, but we need to identify the fact that we don't know. And that
we do know. The men of the Lord, right? The Most High's prophets are letting everybody know. Yet you still continue to explain it away because you come forth from the womb telling lies.
From there, we can start fixing the problem.
Do we really believe, though, that they don't know? Or do we believe that they know and either it's a secret U.S. program or a secret Chinese program and they just don't want us to know?
They do know, and it's not a secret. It's a secret, but the Most High revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So it's not a secret to us. All right? We know. And we're telling everybody, whether you hear or forbear. We're breaking it down in the scripture. We're showing you these things. We're taking it, we're filtering this right through the scriptures and breaking it straight down.
That they know, as if we had found the B-2 bomber before the world knew about it.
You know, look, I wish that were true. I really do wish that were true. Verifiably, it is not true. We don't know who are controlling these. This is
But
the.
how do we?
We do know who's controlling them. Okay? Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. The Most High is controlling everything. All right? And he's using his son, all right, to get the job done from the top down.
How do we know that it's not some secret government program and that the Navy just is continuing to deny, cover up because it's indeed a secret program?
Well, they are denying, but it's no secret. They know. All right? They're just trying to control the narrative while they have the opportunity, but that time is growing short. All right? And that's why this devil knows he has to make his move, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
It's a great question. There are protocols that are in place for when our Navy engages something like a black project and you sign NDAs and you're not to talk about it again. That's not what happened. The head of the Navy said that they're investigating this because they don't know whose they were. We shook down a bunch of boats trying to figure out where they came from. So it's not our black projects. That's ruled out, unfortunately. But somebody has this technology. And we basically ruled out the Russians and the Chinese too, because the Russians fire upon the same types of UAP or UFOs that we do.
The Russians fire upon. Going right back to Revelation 19 and 19. Okay? Is this the last battle? No. Okay? But apparently this has been going on. Okay? And if you watch the previous video that was made a couple of days ago about the Nazis and what was going on in World War II, it goes into detail about the chariots actually firing upon the planes in World War II and knocking some of them out of the sky. Okay? It actually goes into those reports that are largely covered up as well.
As of a couple weeks ago, so they're not theirs.
Real quick, have we ever tried to take on any of these drones, either fire at them or zap them with something to bring one down, in your knowledge?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a specific kind of target where you need to have certain things in place, like opportunity, intent, capability. We indeed have tried to, as you said, zap down some of these UFOs.
There's the war. You understand? The moment you're firing upon the enemy, if you will, right, you're at war. Look, claim U.S. Air Force has fired at the chariots of Israel in war zones. War zone. They're at war. That's all three coming, and we'll get that as soon as this is over. We'll go straight.
And on this 2019 event, you know, it was ineffective. Now the issue is other types of shoot down orders have been set, but we're not really prepared for that yet. We need to identify whose these are.
Wow. Stunning. Hey, Jeremy, incredible. As you said, somebody has this technology. Who is not the big question, not if. Hey, this is awesome. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Good.
All right. Well, let's get that in the scriptures. Okay. Let's get World War III and the chariots being a part of it in war zones, meaning two other factions are at war with each other, and suddenly thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right? Joel 3, here it is. Joel 3 and 9, Salakia. 3 and 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let me back up. This is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. We're fighting against each other. The nations are fighting against each other. Then we get here. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Gather yourselves together round about. All right? It's going down. Right? Gather together. Let's go back real quick. Gather together round about. Gather together. Gather together. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations. Most High, gathering them. Right? He mustering them. Right? The host of the battle. And after this is 2 Ezra 13 and 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of nowhere from the four winds of heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. Okay. 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid and yet durst fight. Okay? And here's the fight. This hasn't happened yet because the live fire, the hot war at this level hasn't commenced yet. All right? Let's get the gathering. Isaiah 13 and 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth. What does it mean, mustereth? Gathers together the host. Okay. The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, of armies, gathers together the host of this battle, World War III. Okay? Now back to Revelation. Let's look here. Swarms. Okay? Where's your swarms at? Am I going to get there? Where's Revelation? Nah. Bear with me. Revelation 19. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. Right? What white horse? That one. Or better yet, this one. That white horse. Okay. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness doth he judge and what? Make war. All right, jump down to 14. And the armies which were with him, Salakia, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Okay? White horses. Yeah, but that wasn't in the sky. That was in the water. It was in the water. That was in the water. Okay, this is in the air.
Let this soft
Slocky, bear with me. Commercial. So,
cylindrical spheres disappearing into the ocean.
splashed. Mark bearing range.
To
start
a
here.
report that the government cannot
That's in the
explain
air.
those mysterious objects caught on video by the military. From an upside down pyramid like object hovering above a Navy destroyer to cylindrical spheres disappearing into the ocean.
Splashed. Mark bearing range.
To video allegedly showing one of the U.S. Navy's stealth ships tracking an unidentified object in the sky.
What is a stealth ship? Is that a Navy? Is that a boat? Is that a watercraft? This is a stealth ship. Slovakia. This is a stealth ship. Is it not? It's called a stealth bomber. They're aerial vehicles, so they're both. There's a war. Okay? Let's get it again, we'll close. Swarms is the term. Okay, swarms. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was a war in the sky, in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay? Got it? Swarms. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect are edified. We're at the very end. Okay? At the very end, prepare yourselves. Stay spiritual. All right? That we hope that the elect are edified. You brothers and few sisters, with that we can say shalom.